Hey everyone, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. I'm your host, Mikan.
And I am your other host, Ichigo. Welcome back, guys.
We are back.
Yes.
And join us this week for an especially juicy episode as we finally discuss Attack on Titan. Hey guys, we're back.
We are back. What is up, everybody? We missed you guys.
Oh, we sure did. Woo, woo, woo. But we have been spending the rest of the time very, very, very well and productive.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Ichigo, she has been extra productive.
Yeah, taking care of a new baby. I have. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that. I actually had to stare her down while she was doing this productive activity of our discussion today, actually, which is Ichigo review on Attack on Titan, because she finally watched it, you guys. Miracles do happen.
I did watch Attack on Titan. However, guys, as of the recording of this episode, I have only seen season 1. So we only going to be talking about season 1 today.
Yeah.
Mikan came down to visit, and I let her have the remote.
I forced her. I was sitting there making sure she watched all the episodes and crammed it in the few days I was there. And
I watched it. I did.
Although you kind of fell asleep there in the end and had to rewatch the last 2 episodes.
Fell asleep literally the last 2 episodes. But it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, you watched it though. So that's honestly miraculous.
I did watch it.
I would have to say. And we're gonna hear from you and what you have to say, because I have already made a few comments about this. Not too many spoilers, because I didn't want it to be spoiled for Ichigo, but now I can release all of my opinions, at least on season 1. So first off, my first question is, overall, was it as bad as, because I know you thought it was a bit more, I guess, gory, but was it overall as bad as what you thought it would be?
So it wasn't, overall, it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be on the level of like Tokyo Ghoul gory, but it wasn't. And I was actually pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I told you. And you didn't listen.
You did. And you're right. I did not listen. But that's only because I don't like gory stuff. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know this is not typically up your alley. So
it's not.
It's understandable.
It's not. And I'm surprised I actually finished the last 2 episodes by myself.
I might have to come down for season 2. I feel though, like once you get into like season 2 and especially season 3, you're going to be like, oh snap, I really need to see what's up, because it will suck you in, kind of. But I know it's not up your alley. But overall, like, what would you like? What's your rating? What's your overall review of the story?
Story-wise, overall, I would give it probably, just for season 1, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Only because there were certain things that had me questioning how it's going to move forward. Yeah. And there were certain characters that I was like, nah, bro. Actually, I would give it an 8. I give it an 8. 7.5 to 8 out of 10 overall for season 1, because it did make me want to watch season 2 and want to keep coming back for more. I will give it that. But some of these characters make me want, not to finish it, because I know they're going to be stupid. And it's just going to be like, ugh. But overall, I'll say 7.5 to 8 out of 10 for season 1.
Okay. Wait, who were these characters? Who would you say is the worst?
Armin.
She really hates Armin, you guys. The moment he showed up, she was like,
No, the moment he threw Eren under the bus. He was like, oh, he's just a little hungry. I'm like, no, he's not hungry. He just watched his mother get eaten by a Titan. Like, that's the excuse that you need. It's not even an excuse. That's the reason that Aaron is acting the way he's acting because he just watched his mama get eaten by a Titan. And you just sweep it under the rug and say he's just hungry? No, go sit down. Go sit down. Get out of my face. Go sit down. That would make me so mad if I was his friend. No, go sit down.
I mean, I think he was just trying to find an excuse so that they wouldn't hurt them more,
If that's the case, tell the truth. Tell the truth. 100%. He just watched his mama get eaten by a Titan. Boom. That's straightforward. That's the excuse. Like, he's angry because his mom just got eaten by a Titan. Okay. And he watched the whole thing. And the other, what's that? Oh man, I'm blanking on names. The guy that ran in there full force, who was like, I'm going to save you all. Ran up on that Titan.
Hannes?
And then,
Yeah. Yes.
Ran up on that Titan only to turn around and be
at him.
like, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm in over my head. I'm in over my head, bro.
Yeah.
I would have been in over my head. Like, no, I'm going to wait until the people who's supposed to be taking out these Titans to take them out. Let me save the kids. The mama has already accepted her fate.
Yeah. Well, he thought he could do it. He had that moment, a burst of bravery, but the realization of the actual Titan freaked him out.
Bro, if that is not the most realistic moment in anime,
yeah,
like one of the most realistic moments, because I'm sure a whole bunch of people have been like, oh yeah, I could take that Titan. Let me run up on the Titan and then be like, actually, no, I'm in over my head. Let me just turn back around.
No, like, I feel like most of them would be like that.
I'm sure we have all had those moments in our lives where we're like, I'm in over my head. I should have thought this through before, I leaped into this. Like, here's the pure definition of you supposed to think before you leap. He did not think. He just leaped.
Yeah. I mean, granted, they were also behind the wall so long and living in peace. It's like, oh, I could do this now. And then, oh, snap. That is, nope, never mind. I lied.
Yeah.
Gotta go back.
Like, nah, bro. Go sit down. After that, I'm like, you should have quit. Like, at that point, you should have quit. And he didn't run fast enough. Like, he should have ran and hid the moment he turned his head and saw the Titan pick up Aaron's mama. He should have hid under something so Aaron didn't have to see it. The fact that he was running, he ran too slow and Aaron saw it. Like,
he wasn't thinking. He just had to take the kids.
Just saying, he was running too slow, bro. Should have been. He ran quick up on that Titan in order for him to realize he was in the wrong. And then when you pick up them kids, well, I guess he had like extra weight, quote unquote. So I'm giving him too much of a hard time. But I told you, if you had me watch this show, I'm gonna pick it apart.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Did you have a favorite character or a favorite?
Mikasa.
Okay.
Mikasa, and then the crazy lady. I forget names, y'all. I'm sorry. The crazy lady with the glasses who was like, I love the Titans. The one who has Edward Elric's voice actress.
Oh yeah. I always confuse her name and what's his face, because there's Hannes and then she's like with a G.
I don't know, but
Hannes,
she was funny and she was crazy, but crazy funny. So that's why I'm like, okay, I like her.
No, she's hilarious.
But yeah, she was one of my favorites. I'll give it to her. She was one of my favorites. I'm trying to think of who else.
She'll grow on you a lot.
It was the girl, the blonde-haired girl who ends up turning into the female Titan.
Oh, Ani?
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all haven't watched it at this point.
Yeah, if y'all haven't watched it at this point, sorry, but
if Ichigo has watched it before you, I'm sorry, but it's too late for you now.
That would actually be a shock. If I have seen Attack on Titan before, a lot of y'all, that's a shock, but because that would probably been the last show that I watched, but Mika made me watch it. But yeah, at first, Annie was one of my favorite characters. And then I found out she was the female Titan. And let me tell y'all something, y'all. I was picking Mikan's brain trying to figure out who this female Titan was. I was like, I bet you it's Mikasa because she kind of looks like Mikasa. And technically because Mikasa is half Asian, then this, when she turns into the Titan, maybe that's why her hair is blonde and her eyes are blue. I was running it down and
She
was
was.
very wrong. And
I like the mom theory though, that you were like, oh, that's Aaron's mom. I actually
oh
like that
yeah.
one.
The only thing is I couldn't figure out why she had blonde hair and blue eyes when
Yeah,
Aaron's Titan form looks like him
it looks like him.
to a
Hmm.
certain degree. So I was like, it could be Aaron's mom.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised. I will say that. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it was her.
Hmm. I feel like that was a good little twist in there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it was kind of,
I appreciate the show's twist because it makes you think one way and kind of in your head, okay, it could be this person, it could be this person, it could be this person. And then it turns out to be somebody you definitely did not think of at all.
yeah. I feel like the story overall does have quite a few twists where you're like,
Hmm.
what?
Right.
And that's the enjoyment of it. So I hope you don't spoil yourself because honestly, it is enjoying to watch and be like, surprised. Because when all the people originally watched it, that enjoyment was really those twists and turns with everyone else. Like it was a joy to just be part of that.
Right. I
And so I
will
hope you get
say
to experience it.
I have gotten to experience it despite knowing some spoilers for the show itself. Like
Hmm.
the spoilers that I've seen is just like random ones that have been floating on social media, but I can't
Yeah.
necessarily tell which season it belongs to.
Yeah. That's
So,
true.
despite knowing I mean, obviously I know the end, like how it actually the ending for Attack
Hmm.
on Titan.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it gets to that point, despite knowing
Yeah.
some spoilers sprinkled here and there. Um, and I'm okay with that, just because
Yeah.
I don't know how they get to that point of the spoiler, or I don't necessarily know how that spoiler plays out, for example. So
Yeah.
some spoilers I'm okay with, as long as you're not like, this is how it ends and this is how they get there. Then I'm like, okay, well, there's no point in me actually finishing the show.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
But I don't have enough spoiler knowledge of Attack on Titan to just be like, there's no reason for me to finish the show. I know
Hmm.
Aaron's fate, but I don't know how it gets to that point.
Yeah. And you don't know everyone else's either. So
Right,
that will be
right.
interesting.
Yeah.
Are you shipping anyone so far? Like, are there any characters you
That I want
ship
to
together?
that I want them to like get together in the show.
Yes.
The only one that I shipped
Hmm.
was Levi and Mikasa, but only because both of them are crazy and they would be so cute as a crazy couple together. Like they're both stupid strong for no reason. Like you always have that one overpowered character and that one crazy character. I feel like both of them are have both concepts within their characters. Like Mikasa is the overpowered character who's crazy about Eren
Yeah.
to the point where she was like, "You should cut your hair." And the next time we see her, her hair is short. Like,
Yeah.
and then Levi is also like he's crazy strong, got foul mouth, foul out attitude,
Hmm.
but just stupid strong, highly respectable. Those two are the only two I'm shipping together so far.
Okay. Do you think they're going to be a couple?
No, I already know they're
Oh,
not going to
okay.
be. That's one spoiler I
Are
know.
you sure though?
Oh, really? Oh, shoot. Um. Okay, now I'm not sure. I guess I gotta watch more to find out.
Yeah, you do. I actually had another, like, oh my God, you guys, it was so interesting to watch it again because this was my first time rewatching. I haven't actually rewatched it at all after I watched it the first time. And it's so interesting to just, I'm sure, like, those of you guys who have already seen the whole series to watch back and see the little foreshadowings and the little details that happen throughout. And it's just like, ooh, snap. This is okay. I see what's going on. I honestly liked it the second time around better because I actually knew more details of like each character and what was happening and basically what happens to everyone. But I will say, your little description of what you think is happening, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, there was some things you were Ichigo was getting really close. She was like making these guesses, and I was like, oh. Oh, so Ichigo, what are some of your predictions regarding like the Titans and stuff? Who do you think they are, or like why do you think they became Titans?
100%. Aaron's daddy is involved some way, somehow. I think he was going around the town experimenting on people because a traveling doctor. So he's going to people's houses. He's, got his little doctor kit. I think somehow he's got some formula and he's injecting the people with something to turn them into titans.
Mhm.
Now, the question is, I don't know how they get outside, but I think the Titans that's outside, the reason that they're trying to get through the wall is because they're trying to go home.
Mhm.
Because they were the former residents that the doctor probably saw.
Mm. Makes sense. I like the theory. I'm not gonna lie. I really, really like it.
Eh, That's the only thing that I can think of. At some point, that the daddy is involved some way, somehow. Now, what I want to know, which is why I'm going to continue and watch season 2, is how Annie became a Titan. That's my number one
Ooh.
thing, is because I'm like, okay, she kind of took the easy way out and she done froze. I think she either froze herself or Aaron somehow froze her. I don't know. That part wasn't clear to me. But I think the dad has to be involved. And I think the
Yeah.
reason at first I thought that the female Titan was Mikasa is because Aaron turns into a Titan. So clearly Mikasa, once she lost her family, she started living there, then it made sense that she could have the potential of turning into a
Because.
Titan too.
Mhm. No, that makes a lot of sense actually. Honestly, I feel like a lot of your guesses were some of very similar to some of mine when I first saw a lot of the show. Especially, like, the female Titan. I actually thought originally it was Mikasa too, or someone from his past kinda thing. I don't think I thought it was his mom, but I was like, "Ooh, can they control, like, their Titans' bodies outside of themselves in a sense of, like, can that be Mikasa and she's controlling that Titan?" But, honestly, when she started killing everybody, I was like, "Oh, snap. I guess hopefully it's not Mikasa because she would be murdering everybody."
I mean, but here's the thing: if she was going in the original piece when they're outside and she was going after Aaron, they were all saying she's going after Aaron. I was like, she just killing everybody because number one, she probably lost control of herself, and the only thing that she remembers is I have to protect Aaron. And if she thinks that Aaron is in danger, she's gonna kill everybody that tries to stop her.
Mhm.
So that's what made me think, oh, it probably is Mikasa. In my head, that's what made me think. But
Yeah.
the reason it made me think it was the mom is I was thinking, I know the mom got it. This excuse me for being a little graphic. The mom got chomped on. But in my
She
head, I
did.
was like, if she got swallowed, she got chewed. She was chewed. But in my head, I'm thinking if she was just swallowed whole, and you know how the Titans they can't digest, if she
Mhm.
got, you know, came back out and she's whole, then something in when she was in the Titans could have turned her into a Titan.
Mhm.
That's why it made me think, oh, it could be the mom because they
Yeah.
never recover. Well, they don't show this, but they never really recovered the mom. They recovered
Yeah.
everybody else, but they don't show the mom ever being recovered, which is not
Yeah.
that technically not that important because you obviously know her fate, but I'm like, could she be a Titan? And the daddy, if that's the case, the dad was really experimenting on his whole family.
Mhm.
I think the dad was going around experimenting on the villagers. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the theory until I officially start watching season 2, which once again at the time of this recording, y'all, I have not seen season 2 yet, but I will start it soon.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to let y'all know when I start it.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna give you some leeway because you actually started season 1, so take your
yeah,
time.
give me a little bit of time. But I will definitely start it before the end of this month. It's
Oh,
not that
okay.
long, but that's my plan. That's my plan. Definitely by the end of this year, I will have finished season 2. Is my
Oh,
goal
really?
now.
I thought you were gonna okay, that's your goal. Alright, right.
That's my
Because I thought you
goal.
were gonna take it. Okay, I'm excited. I feel like honestly, once the ball starts rolling in season 2, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I need to see the next season."
Well, I know
Because
season 3 is where Aaron kind of go a little cuckoo.
is it?
Well, according to the cover art of season 3, I think.
Okay.
I think. I don't
I'm
know.
I'm not gonna say anything. The whole time, that was me. I'm like, "I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know."
Y'all, the whole time. I will say Attack on Titan was one of the shows, I guess because you and I were watching it together, that
Mhm.
I was really wanting like a bowl of popcorn just so I could get
Yes.
through the show.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I
Oh,
don't
but,
have too
like
many shows where I'm like, "Ooh, I want to sit here with a bowl of popcorn and eat and watch the show." I'm pretty sure like The Apothecary Diaries, Attack on Titan, and a few others are a slim few that I'm like, "Okay, I want to sit here binge watch with a bowl of popcorn and just chill out."
yeah.
But I think for me, Attack on Titan, the reason I felt that way with Attack on Titan is because you were there with me. When I
Yeah.
watched the last 2 episodes by myself, I didn't feel that way 100%, but I
Mhm.
don't know. It's better with the watch with, when you watch it with
It
other people.
is. No, it is. And especially, like, because for me, like, I already saw it. It's just so interesting to see your reactions and see, like, your predictions. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed that.
Well, maybe we should have a little watch party.
We should.
We
We
could
should
have a
do
watch party
season
for
2
season
watch
2.
party,
Yeah.
especially towards the end. Wait, there's some episodes I really want to watch with you. I'll probably message you about those episodes because 'cause I'm like, I want to see a reaction to these. There's certain parts of season 2 that I'm like, I need to see a reaction live.
In which case, we're
I
going to definitely need to have a watch party for those.
Yes, but I have to remember which ones, or I'll just Google them and see which ones.
I know you were wanting like my reaction to the ending since I had to rewatch
Oh,
the
yes.
last 2 episodes. I know for the last episode, the only thing that I could say was like, okay, so she just froze herself, and now you gotta figure out why this one girl is a Titan, and now you gotta find the other Titans. Like that was my main
Mm,
reaction was, okay, so
mhm.
there's more, and they're inside the gate.
Yeah, the walls, right?
Yeah, they're inside the walls. So I'm like, okay, so
Why?
now y'all gotta worry about not only the Titans on the outside of the walls, you gotta worry about people turning into Titans on the inside of the walls. And
Mm.
that for me is like a good ending to a season because it sets the tone of you can't trust everybody because one of y'all could be a Titan.
Oh, yeah, I feel like
And now
that's
they
the
don't
whole
know
theme of the
who's
story.
gonna be a Titan.
Yeah. No, I feel like that is a huge theme of, like, this story is, like, you can't trust nobody.
Right. And I'm like, okay, so if I can't trust y'all, then what's the point? Like, you
Well, you can
know,
trust some of them, just not.
right. But it's like, okay, if I can trust this person, how come I can't trust that person? Well, because that person looked like they could turn into a Titan at any moment. Okay, but
Mhm.
this person looks like they could turn into a Titan at any moment. And if that's the case, technically the people who are going out to fight the Titans could also turn into the Titans. Like it may not just be Aaron. I think right now,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just Aaron, but you had Annie who she was part of the core and she turned into a Titan. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know why she went on a rampage. That was the only thing that I was confused about. And I guess they're not going to know because she's frozen herself or
Mhm.
Aaron froze her. One of the two. But
No, she froze herself. So
okay,
she
she
has
froze
that
herself.
power.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
so
the
she
only
has that
thing.
power.
I was like, so she discovered that she could turn into a Titan, and her thought is, let me go in and kill all the people in the core.
Mm.
Like, what were you trying to accomplish, sweetheart? What were you doing?
What was she trying to accomplish?
I mean, I guess we'll figure that out in season 2, but I'm like,
It might take probably I feel like most of your answers will be answered in season 3, I believe. End
I
of
gotta
season
wait to
3.
season 3 to get some of these answers.
I mean, there will be some more answers given in season 2, but I feel like there's going to be more questions in season 2 than
Oh my
answers,
God.
if I'm remembering correctly. And then season 3, yeah, I think season 3 is, I don't know, I could be having my seasons wrong because it's been a long time since I watched. But eventually, they will answer your questions, like almost all of them, which is honestly one of the things that I did appreciate about the show because, I mean, of course, there's going to always be loopholes, but they did basically answer everything, like the major points that were being questioned in the beginning of the story and throughout the story. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably not gonna be what you expected because it was definitely not what I expected, but also a little bit, with a little bit of what you did expect.
Well, I'm just hoping that some of what I predicted is actually on the money. Because,
Hmm.
like I said, I've gotten some spoilers, just not a whole lot of spoilers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have no spoilers about the daddy, but it makes me want to Google to get the spoilers about the daddy just to be like, I was right, or dang, I was wrong. Far off was I? You know what I mean?
Hmm. Don't Google. Do not Google.
I can't
You
make no
will find out.
promises. I cannot
No.
make no promises.
I'll be so disappointed in you. You did not come this far to watch the show only to be spoiled by Google.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Just watch it. You'll find out eventually. Either way. So, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it is more enjoyable when you don't know what's happening and then slowly trickles in, and then finally, like that revelation and that epiphany moment happens, and you're like, oh, okay, okay, I see how it's going.
In which case, I guess I'll just have no choice but to get my popcorn ready.
Yes, I will join you. I'm telling you, I actually really enjoyed rewatching it. I really did.
I make it more fun. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you do. And seeing also watching it with somebody who has never seen it, that was also enjoyable. That was really enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. I should do more of that. We should do more of that where we watch a show that the other party hasn't seen and we watch it together, like have a little watch party. Ooh, I like that idea. We should do that.
I'm down for a watch party. If that's the case, I feel like we need to um get a Discord up and running and have, if you guys want to join us on these watch parties, then I say let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
It sounds like fun. Oh, but now that I've watched season 1 of Attack on
Hmm.
Titan, which quick shout out to not only you, but also Black Heroes Curtis. Yeah, shout out Curtis because
We've been shaming Ichigo for not seeing Attack on Titan.
both of y'all suck. But I gotta shout out Curtis real quick from Black Heroes because he's been talking about it for a while, trying to join in on the let's get Ichigo to watch Attack on Titan
Hmm.
bandwagon. I'm gonna get both of y'all to watch a show of my choosing.
Oh, we will. We
Yeah.
will. We will.
Don't know what show it's gonna be yet, but I'm gonna have to put a poll out there on Instagram, and I'm gonna let the audience pick. I'm gonna pick 2 shows, and I'm gonna let everybody choose which show to have y'all watch.
That's a good idea.
It could be a really girly show, like something that's very up my alley. I'm not gonna have you watch Sailor Moon though. That's too long. Okay, that's too long.
That is a long one.
Yeah,
But I
but
will. I'll at this point
we'll
I will watch
we'll
anything.
figure it out.
Okay.
My look, famous last words.
I mean, I've watched so much at this point. The fact that you
You
actually
have.
watched Attack on Titan, honestly, if you manage to finish One Piece, at that point, I will probably watch literally anything you tell me to. Like if you actually get through all of One Piece, I will be like, "Oh, I'll watch anything." I will truly watch anything.
It's been so long since I've watched One Piece that I don't even remember what episode I left off on. I will tell you that. It's
I
been
don't
years. I will say that. It's been like at least almost 2 decades.
Don't worry, it's not just you, me too. I'm so bad. I know like the general gist of what's happening because I do keep up with I kept up with the manga, but recently I've kind of fallen off and I fell off the anime like a while back because I'm more of a binger when it comes to that show.
Yeah.
So I'm a fake fan, I guess. I guess that's what I could say. I'm a fake fan.
Trust and believe, you are way ahead of me. I the last time I
That I no
watched One
doubt. Yeah.
Piece, it was on. I'm pretty sure it was on Cartoon Network. That was the
Oh,
last time
girl.
I watched One Piece.
I don't even know if you've gotten through the first season.
I haven't. That's
Yeah.
if I
You
had,
are
then
like
I
on
definitely don't
episode,
remember.
you are like on the 2-digit, like maybe like 1 to 20. Like we're talking about.
I might be on episode like 12.
Yeah, that don't even worry about it at that point. You should just start over.
I probably need to start over. But trust and believe, I will pick a show and we will have a review on it after you watch that show. It may be worth it. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. That's fine. But I did have one more question. So, when I actually first watched the show, I was a big Aaron hater.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like I think you said some comments about him and it made me look at him a little bit differently. I wasn't as much of a hater when I was watching it the second time around. I don't know why, because
Because you know his aftermath.
maybe maybe. But what did you think of like Aaron overall as a character and everything?
At first I was like, oh, okay, he's pretty neat. And then, you know, he watched his mom get eaten. And after that point, I was like, okay, whatever he goes through is valid because he watched his mom get eaten. Whatever, like his little attitudes and everything like that,
Mhm.
it is
Is
valid. Like
justifiable.
you watch your mother get eaten by a giant thing that you as a child know that you cannot beat.
Mhm.
You can't take it out. Like that was his resolve throughout all of season 1. He was like, I'm a defeat the Titans because they pretty much going in and jacking up and they destroying everything. And then he watched his mom get eaten and then he was like, oh, I'm really gonna go in and take all the Titans out. So he's like in protector mode, which I get, at least until he got eaten himself. I was like, okay, he's got the typical shonen main character vibes right now where something tragic has happened to him. And so now he's on a mission to go save everybody else. I got that.
Yeah.
You know, that made sense. And then he got eaten and I was confused. 'Cause I was like, dang, he's not the main
Yeah.
character no more. Like they just killed
Did
him
you
off like
think
that.
did you think like I know because you did mention like, oh, I think he might come back like later on in the season or like later seasons. Did you think that he wouldn't come back for a while?
Yes. So I didn't think he would come back for like till towards the end of the season. And then he came back like literally the next episode and I was like, or
Mhm.
the next 2 episodes and I was like,
Yeah.
well, so like y'all could have drew that out a little bit more. Like he could have easily been the mysterious Titan that was just taking out all these other Titans and then at the end of season 1 you find out Aaron is alive. Kind of. He's a Titan now. We're gonna
Mhm.
do everything that we can to protect him, and that could have been the end of season 1. Like you didn't even need the whole female Titan part. I mean, I guess you did, but that part could have been the start of season 2. But
Yeah.
I feel like they could have stretched that out a little bit more. You know,
Mhm.
Armin was going through stages of grief, and so was Mikasa. And then at the end, you know, they could have just been like, "Hey, actually, guys, Aaron is alive and he's a Titan now. And what are we gonna do with him?" And then boom, that's the end of season 1. Because then you gotta figure out, well, shoot, how did he become the Titan? That could have been the start of season 2.
Okay, okay. I actually kind of like that. Yeah. I also did think for a moment, oh, snap, is Aaron not the main character? Maybe it's somebody else, you know?
Well,
I
I
thought
think
they were
in
going to go to
this
that route.
Well, I think this is one of the rare shows that has like multiple main characters. Like it's not just one person. So you can't really tell who the main character is because at this point, not everybody that they introduce, but like you have like your main people that you
Mhm.
also get their backstories and so they are the main characters of that story rather than just one person being the main character, at least for season 1. Now season 2, it could have a focus on just one person,
Mhm.
but actually, you know what, I take back what I said about Aaron because I just remembered that dude, he took out the kidnappers. I just remembered that scene.
Oh, when he killed them.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah, that was very brutal.
Um, Aaron at first was definitely like, you know, typical main character, and then his mom got eaten. But then you find out his backstory. He was probably a savage from a child, like
Yeah.
from little kid age. Like he's a
From
savage pretty much.
birth.
Like he when he walked up and he was like, I just got lost in the woods. I don't know where I am. And the guy was like, okay, here, let me help you. So that he wouldn't see them kidnapping Mikasa, and then all of a sudden he just got stabbed. Like, what in your childlike mind persuaded you to do that? Not only
Yeah.
that, then he persuaded Mikasa to attack the other dude and take him out.
He sure did. I feel like from the get-go, he's been giving pep talks of people killing, like killing. That's his pep talk. We're killing everybody. Let's go.
He was like, you gotta be strong, pick yourself back up. And I was like, y'all are like 10.
Yeah.
What 10-year-old do you know walking around here? Yeah,
like fight.
Y'all like, and at that point it was peaceful. It was peaceful. Now it was unfortunate that Mikasa got kidnapped, but I'm just saying they weren't getting attacked by titans. It would be different if they got attacked by titans.
Yeah.
They taking out human beings at the age of like 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. And I really do feel like that was also a vital scene because it's the depiction of like, oh, sekai wa zankoku da, like the world is cruel. You know,
Yeah.
no matter whether you're fighting titans or humans, it's a cruel place.
It's a cruel
And
place,
yeah, and that theme will continue throughout and sort of shape all the characters.
Well, it definitely shaped Mikasa because after that she was just like, Eren is the only thing that I will ever live for. And I was like, girl.
Yeah, she really fell in love after that man. She's too obsessed. She's totally obsessed and in love with Eren. I don't think there was any other man for her.
Well, Levi could be the other man for her because
could. You never know.
I hope it's not Armin. That's the only thing that I hope. I hope it's not Armin.
Okay. Do you have
Is it
any...
Armin?
I don't know.
Dang it.
You'll have to find out.
I'm going to finish season 2 before the end of this year. That is my goal.
I'm so happy. I can't believe we're actually talking about this. I feel like my dreams have come true. Is this what it feels like for your dreams to finally come true? It's a great feeling. But do you have any like last words regarding Attack on Titan?
No, other than I can't believe y'all, she got me to watch it.
That's sure it. Did. I feel like I can do anything now. Miracles happen. You guys, don't ever forget. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep fighting for them. And one day they just might come true. You never know.
This was definitely her podcast dream. Get me to watch this show.
In any shape or form, I was like, I need her to watch Attack on Titan one day just so we can have discussions about it.
Yeah, you got me.
I'm so happy.
You got me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan. Gosh, I need to get you to watch other stuff.
I know. This is what a world we live in right now. Crazy times.
It is.
But we missed you guys so much, and we are back, and we had so much fun. It's so good to be back. I'm sure Ichigo also feels the same, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's so good to be back.
And we are starting out strong with my dreams being fulfilled.
I'm sure some of our other listeners, this is probably their dream too. Ichigo finally watches Attack on Titan.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is.
And I did it, guys. But the question is, am I gonna finish?
You will. If honestly, the hardest part is starting. I feel like that's the hardest part. Now you're already part of the bandwagon. Okay.
I feel like for me it's easy. Well, yeah, but I feel like for me it's easy to start. It's harder to finish sometimes, especially like if there's a season where it's a lot slower, then I'll drop the whole series completely. So,
I'm gonna keep poking the bear. And you got to watch the end because the end is the pinnacle of like the discussions that I want to have.
Okay,
that is that's the immense discussion I want to have. Also, shout out to Black Heroes because Curtis and I actually had an episode on his podcast because Ichigo didn't watch Attack on Titan yet, and I needed
Nope.
somebody to talk to about it. So
Nope. And
actually on
then
his podcast.
both of them tried to guilt trip me.
We
Nah, it's
did.
not working.
We shamed you. We shamed you on his podcast, and we
I
did talk
know.
about Eren.
It is
So-
on YouTube, guys. Go check that out.
Go check it out. But one day we can all have a discussion again and talk about the same topic. One day. That'll truly be the pinnacle of my dreams coming true.
We'll see.
Not we'll see. It'll happen. Just like I said, you're going to watch Attack on Titan. Oh, it's going to happen. One day. It will. It will. Don't worry, guys. It will. But as always, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anime Sekai Podcast. And our regular schedule will be right back on. So we'll be posting a podcast episode every Friday. Be sure to tune in next week. We missed you guys. We're so happy to be back, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Happy to be back. See you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.